Co-parenting with an ex is one of those things that sounds simple in theory, but in reality can feel like climbing a mountain with one shoe missing. The emotional weight of the past, the pain of separation, and the raw feelings that come with a broken relationship often don't just disappear because we have children involved. But here's the thing, our kids didn't choose the breakup. They didn't ask for two homes, two routines, or parents who struggle to get along. And deep down, every parent wants the same thing, for their children to feel loved, safe, and supported. So, today, let's have a heartfelt conversation about how to co-parent peacefully with an ex. Not perfectly, because perfection doesn't exist, but peacefully, in a way that protects your mental health, nurtures your child's well-being, and creates a sense of stability even after the relationship ends. We'll go step by step, uncovering the emotional layers and practical tools to make this journey easier. 1. Accept that the relationship has changed forever. The first step is acceptance. This can be the hardest part, but it's the foundation for peaceful co-parenting. Sometimes we hold on, not necessarily to the person, but to the idea of what we thought life would be like. We imagine family dinners, holidays together, milestones celebrated under one roof. When that dream breaks, it hurts. But here's the truth. Acceptance doesn't mean you approve of what happened or that you're happy about the breakup. It means you recognize reality as it is, so you can stop fighting it. Psychologists say that acceptance reduces emotional suffering because it shifts our focus from "why did this happen?" to "how can I move forward?" When you stop wishing things were different, you free up energy to create a healthier co-parenting relationship for your child. 2. Separate parenting from personal feelings. This is where many people struggle. You might still feel angry, betrayed, or even heartbroken by your ex, but your child needs you to separate those emotions from the job of parenting. Think of it this way. Your ex may no longer be your partner, but they will always be your child's other parent. If you treat them as the enemy, your child ends up in the middle, torn between loyalty to both parents. Psychologists call this child triangulation, and it can cause anxiety, guilt, and confusion in kids. Instead, try this mental shift. Whenever you communicate with your ex, imagine your child standing right beside you, listening. Would they feel safe? Would they feel loved by both parents? If the answer is yes, you're on the right track. 3. Establish clear boundaries and routines. Peaceful co-parenting requires structure. Kids thrive on predictability, and so do adults when emotions are running high. Boundaries are not walls. They're healthy agreements that prevent conflict. For example, deciding in advance who handles which holidays, agreeing on pickup and drop-off times, using shared calendars or co-parenting apps to avoid miscommunication. When routines are clear, there's less room for arguments. It also gives your child a sense of stability. Okay, I'm with mom these days, dad these days, and this is what my week looks like. Boundaries also apply emotionally. It's okay to say, let's keep conversations focused on our child if your ex tries to bring up old relationship issues. 4. Communicate like teammates, not rivals. Communication is often where things fall apart. Text messages get misread, emotions flare, old wounds reopen. One helpful approach is called business-like communication. Imagine you're talking to a coworker about a project. You keep it polite, direct, and free from personal attacks. The project, in this case, is your child's well-being. You can even use simple scripts like, "I noticed Jamie has a test on Monday. Can we agree on a study schedule? I think it might help if we both attend the parent-teacher meeting." Keeping communication child-focused reduces tension and makes it easier to solve problems together. 5. Don't compete for your child's love. After a breakup, some parents fall into the trap of out-parenting each other. One parent buys more gifts, gives fewer rules, or tries to be the fun parent, hoping to win the child's love. But children don't need competition. They need consistency. Studies show that kids thrive when both parents provide love and structure. If one parent becomes permissive while the other maintains boundaries, the child ends up confused and anxious. Instead of competing, aim for cooperation. Share similar rules across both homes whenever possible. It gives your child a sense of security and helps them feel like both parents are on the same team. 6. Heal yourself so you can show up fully for your child. This might be the most overlooked part of co-parenting. Breakups leave emotional scars. If you don't take time to heal, those unhealed wounds can leak into your parenting. Self-care isn't selfish, it's essential. Talk to a therapist, join a support group, or lean on trusted friends. The healthier you are emotionally, the easier it becomes to handle co-parenting challenges with grace rather than anger. Remember, your child learns emotional resilience by watching you. When they see you handling stress calmly, they learn to do the same. 7. Focus on the bigger picture, your child's future. When things get tough, it's easy to slip back into old arguments or resentments. But peaceful co-parenting means keeping your eyes on the long game, your child's happiness, education, and emotional well-being. Fast forward 5 or 10 years. Do you want your child to look back and say, "My parents couldn't stand each other," or "My parents didn't stay together, but they always made me feel loved and supported"? That vision can be your anchor whenever conflicts arise. 8. Allow room for flexibility and grace. Life happens. Schedules change. Kids get sick. Sometimes your ex might need to switch weekends, or you might be the one asking for help. Peaceful co-parenting thrives on flexibility and grace. If you can accommodate each other occasionally without resentment, it sets a tone of cooperation rather than competition. Of course, this doesn't mean being a pushover. Boundaries matter, but showing kindness when possible creates a healthier dynamic for everyone involved. 9. Celebrate the wins, no matter how small. Peaceful co-parenting isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Maybe you went a whole month without arguing. Maybe your child had a great birthday because both parents worked together. Celebrate those moments. They remind you that even though the romantic relationship ended, you can still build a respectful, supportive parenting partnership. 10. Keep growing, keep learning. Finally, peaceful co-parenting is a journey, not a destination. Your child will grow, life circumstances will change, and so will your co-parenting relationship. Stay open to learning new communication tools, parenting strategies, or even attending co-parenting workshops. The more you grow, the better you'll handle whatever comes next. Encouraging conclusion. If you've made it this far, it means you truly care about your child's well-being, and that matters more than anything else. Co-parenting with an ex isn't easy, but it is possible to create a peaceful, healthy environment where your child feels loved and supported. So take these steps, one at a time. Show yourself some grace. And remember, you're doing this for your child's future, for their sense of security, and for their happiness. If this video has been helpful, please give it a like, share it with someone who might need this message, and subscribe to the channel so we can keep growing and learning together. And remember, peaceful co-parenting isn't about the past. It's about the present and the future you choose to create for your child and for yourself.